Okay guys, I'm back, and this one we are going to create the back side of this page, which is going to be a mermaid. So there's a few cutouts that I'm going to need, and what I'll do is I will cut these out, and actually need this one. Looking for, I actually need all of this stuff for other pages, so what I'm going to do is cut these out because these are the only two left on that. So let me get my paper cutter, and I'm going to cut this one out. Actually, what I'll do is, let's go ahead and cut that. Oops, not on camera. Okay, excuse me. So that's not quite a straight line, but we'll make it work. Good enough. So I need this piece for another page. Actually need this piece for another page also. But we'll get there in just a moment. Trying to get the a little too much, not enough. That's good enough. Set that off to the side, and then this one, I'm going to cut this little piece off of there. Excuse me. Okay, so I need this piece. I need these gears, this, and the mermaid. So let's go ahead and start cutting this out. Because it might help if I showed you the page. So I'll show you the page in just a second. But all these little pieces are all intertwined. Oh my gosh, my ears are still going crazy. It's no fun. Thankfully tomorrow, when I have to go to work, it's only a open registration day. So there is that saving grace. Oopsies. Okay, so I need that because we are going to be creating this page right here. Okay. All right. Let me just, no, I need that light on. Everything seems really washed out. Hang on just a second. Well, I'm not sure that this is that much better, but we'll go with it. Okay. All right, now I need to cut out these two gears. Hopefully my neighbor trimming trees or whatever they're doing isn't too loud in the background. Oh, hi Trini. Hi baby, you gonna come up? You gonna come up? Yeah? You gonna see what Mama's doing? Hi. Well, welcome. Yes. Hello. What are you doing? Were you outside? Yeah? Were you outside? Hmm? You just want to say hello? You don't want to say hi? You want to show everyone your butt? See? Look. Look. Look up. Look. Look. Hi. Say hi. Oh, you got gooby eyes. Oh, you're not camera ready. Poor baby. Oopsies. Mommy's just being so mean to you, aren't she? Yeah. Okay. All right. You done? You through? Or you're going to sit behind me and check things out? Okay. That reminds me, I actually have to call her vet. I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, but she's been doing a lot of inverted sneezing lately, and it's almost like she has a cold, but I probably mentioned it, but last year when I took her in for all her boosters and stuff like that, I asked the vet about it, and the vet just said that it was pretty normal, and it seemed like it was more allergies than anything else. So, but it seems to be happening a lot more, so we'll go ahead and get her looked at, because better safe than sorry. So, and I don't know, I'm sure that pets can catch colds. Well, I know that they can catch colds, but maybe they can catch human colds. I'm not exactly sure how that works, like the transmission and everything like that. But yeah. Okay. So I gotta call her vet on Monday and see if we can get her in the next few days, because I go back to work my long days on Friday, so it would be really hard to get her in for an appointment if you know, if I'm working. So all right. So we also have to do a little bit of modification to this particular image, because I wanted her in the sitting position so that I could use her as a tuck spot. And oh, I know what I dropped now. I dropped my little blending tool. I couldn't figure out what I had dropped. So give this a little bit of inking on the edges. I'm not trying to really show that the edges are inked. I'm just trying to get rid of the white core, so you can't see the sides. Okay, now how I got her into sitting position was I took her and I actually cut along the base of her corset. I know, take all this time to cut it out, and then if you don't cut it out properly, the whole thing is for nothing. Okay, now this I can actually glue. Where's the other page? It's right here. This I can actually glue directly down to the page, make sure that it's right side up, and then I can start doing a few other things. Okay, and this pattern doesn't have upside down or right side up or anything like that. Alright, so on this, what I did was I actually glued her to this piece so I could use it a little bit better as a tuck piece. So I glued it like that, and then in order to kind of hide the fact that this back piece of her was missing, I put the starfish over top of it. So got pieces going everywhere. Okay, and I need to put down the fin first. And I kind of put it here so I could see how everything was gonna work out. Like that. Okay. And then I just put dabba dabba glue. Just like that. Now there are some sequins on there and some of those miniature gears. Okay, so now on the back of this, I put just a little dab of glue there. Now, let's get to, sorry, just dropped that. Let's get to this piece, and I did ink it. I just thought, gotta keep that covered or I'll have ink everywhere. Okay, now this is 2 1/4 by 1/2 inch. So, oops. Helps if I keep the camera straight, right? So there's 1/2 inch. We'll do that. Let's see if that's too much. Yep, too much for me. And that's just too little for me to cut when I have this piece, so 1/2 inch. Oops, I just knocked over my thing of, yep. And I said 2 1/4. So let's do just 1/8 bigger. There we go. Put over there. Okay. There we go. Good as that's gonna get. So now on this one, I actually put it a little to the top. And on my original ones, I didn't. I glued it directly down, but on this one, I'm going to only glue the top part of it. So again, it can also be they can tuck under it if they would like to. So it's a little crooked. Okay, let's get out our pieces, and let's see, it had there's certain pieces that I wanted for certain parts. That's one. I think that's another. Good enough. Actually, oops. Let's take a look at them. Okay. Well, those will be good for that. And then the one thing about some of these is they're actual watch pieces, and so they still have some of the little middle pieces that stick up, and the little middle pieces are very sharp at times, so I have to cut those off. Okay, so there's that is good. Okay, let's put these little pieces back in there. This is maybe it would have helped if I would have dumped them onto a piece of cardstock. Hindsight is always 2020. You can see the mistakes that we make. Excuse me. This cold is just no fun. I'm so over it. Okay. Alright, so on the original pages I put one dot there, one dot there. And I'll use my little quick stick to get those in. And again, like I said, I'm using much more glue than I need to because I want to make sure that they stay on there and they kind of suck into the thing. Okay, let's see. Added a few here. Oh. Also, when I glue them down really well, the adhesive seems to take the sharpness of the edges of some of these away. I definitely don't want sharp edges on this mini. Let that sink down in there. And then the final ones, oh, there it is. Right. Here. There we go. All right, I'm going to add just a little layer over that. Okay, now there are some sequins that I added on there as well. So I'm just going to put the dots of glue on there, and I already have some. Now these sequins, honestly, I don't know where they came from. They've been in my stash for a very long time. My mom actually gave them to me from her stash of sewing stuff, so I couldn't even tell you how old they are. Oopsies. I just flip that one upside down. And now there's glue all over it, so it won't be shiny. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. Need a little bit of more glue right there. And I just realized that my line that I can't cross when I'm filming is, there we go. Alright, that's better. I was getting awfully close to that line. Okay, so this page is done, so I'm going to set it aside to dry. And we will start working on the next page. Now the next page was this one, but remember we kind of had to go out of order because the other one I wanted to give it time to dry as well because of those, oh my gosh, because of those gears. So the next one is going to be the back side, and excuse me, it's going to be this little seahorse page. So this is the paper. And this one, there's a simple little belly band, so I can't adhere it yet. Let me grab some more paper. I'm going to see if I have a little scrap that I can use. I don't think I do. Which is a little odd, but not really, because I do try and use all of my papers to the best of my ability. Okay, so I'm going to have to cut more out of this anyway. I do need one of these starfish for a little bit later in the project, but I have plenty here. So I am going to just quickly measure this little piece right here. This is 2, so it's 1 7/8. Okay. So okay, 1 7/8, and then let's go ahead and cut that so a straight edge. And then we'll cut one more strip at 1 7/8 because excuse me, I don't need that. Okay. And I need to a piece of black cardstock. Okay, so 1 7/8, and I forgot to measure it by 2 3/4. So 2 3/4 minus 1/8 of an inch is 5/8. And this little piece is not quite long enough. Okay. So 2 3/4, 5/8. Okay. So I'll ink those in just a moment. Now I need to do, I think that was about 1/2 inch. 3/4. So we'll do 3/4 of an inch. It's 2 1/4 tall. No, that's this side. Yeah, 2 1/4. No, 2 1/8. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do the math for the belly band that we're going to put on here. So my mats are 2 1/8 tall, and it was 3/4. So we're going to go with that. So it was 3/4 wide. So I took off 1/8. So that is 4 5/8 again. Okay, so there's that piece. And okay, now I need I just totally forgot all my measurements. Okay, so these mats 5/8, so we need to go 2 3/4. How quickly I forget. I seriously, by 2. And I only need to cut 2 of these because I'm only making 2 tags. But I need to make sure that they're all good. Okay, now I need to, okay, so 3/4. 3/4 by 2 1/8, but I need to fold it over. So 2 1/8. Oh, forget it. I'm going to leave it this length and I'll just fold it over myself. Okay. All right. So next we're going to go ahead and get some inking done. Oops. All right. Put these over here. Now, as far as late night crafting, this wasn't the first thing on the list for me to do, as far as, you know, craft along with me and that kind of stuff, but I just kind of wanted to get this done, and I did want to do this one. I do have a few other things in the works. Hi guys, what are you doing in here? You gonna come up? You're gonna come up again? Okay. Stay out of the ink pad. Hi, Trini. Hi. Oh, you're very sweet. What have you and your brother been doing? Huh? Huh? Oh. Okay. Pause off the project. Pause off. I'm gonna get down. Okay. Gonna sit behind me? Okay. You can sit behind me. She likes to get up, and then there's a pillow that's behind me that she likes to lay on sometimes. What time is it? Oh, it might be time for their... It's not late right now. I just, oops, I forgot this piece right here. It's not late. They've been outside playing, but it might be time for breakfast, so I might have to stop the camera in just a moment and go get them breakfast. Okay, so these go here. This goes here. This is gonna go here. And I'm gonna line it up with that. Okay. Go. Nice and straight. I was like, oh, please tell me I didn't do that upside down. Okay, now I know I'll need that in just a little bit, but I don't want it to completely dry out. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our adhesive down, and I can put my pattern piece on there. I'm gonna push back the adhesive that goes over the edges. And again, I don't mind that that happens because it just means that I get adhesive right to that edge. Okay. Make sure that this is right side up as well. And if I don't get it all, I do have an adhesive eraser, so I can do that. Okay. I'm actually going to use wet adhesive to glue this piece down. Okay. This one's a little bit wider than the other one, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, they don't have to be identical. I just want them to be close. Okay, so that one is in place. And now we'll get these glued down, and then we still have to fussy cut the seahorse, die cut some of the little pieces of what I'm calling seaweed. So we'll do that. I just want to make sure these edges get squished down really well. Let's see, so the hubby is at my work today helping his mom. So for those of you that don't know, I do work for my mother-in-law, and he's there. She got a new desk and we went in yesterday to put it together, and so she's in there today putting her office back together because it's a little bit crazy there right now with all of her office stuff out, and that way when I go, just want to make sure that that's in there good. When I go back tomorrow, then I can put the rest of the classroom back together. Because it's amazing. You know, when you live someplace for a long time and you just accumulate a lot of things. Her office, like, you wouldn't think that there's so much in there, but there's a lot more in there than meets the eye, kind of thing. So she's kind of been going through stuff, you know, streamlining, simplifying, you know, getting rid of stuff. So reorganizing, all that fun, all those fun things. Okay, so those are going to go there. And then we just have to, well, I need to cut some out of that pretty teal cardstock. I need to cut one of these, so I'm gonna grab my big shot. I need to get some new plates, I really do. There is the die. I'll go ahead. And I'm using my precision cutting mat. So here's a little tip, you guys. If you have any of the, what are these dies called? I know that they have a specific name. They are the Sizzlets. Yeah, if you guys have the Sizzlets, I don't know if you guys ever noticed that these are really hard to cut. And so you have to modify your sandwich and blah, 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 blah. Well, this precision cutting plate, oh my gosh, changed my life. And now I am going to be using these a lot more because I bought a bunch of them and they didn't cut for me. So obviously they frustrated me and I didn't use them. And so they've just been sitting in my die stash. I was thinking of destashing them because, you know, if I'm not using them, why keep them? But now, whole new ball game for me. Okay, so now on this one, I think I just cut this one and this one, pretty sure. And then this one I will save, I think this is the one I saved for another page. So now let's find, I had a strip of the seahorses. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have so much paper over here from making those other two. It is borderline ridiculous. There it is. Here it is. And I don't really have a preference which way it's facing, so I'm just going to use this one right here. I know one is facing, in the other books, one is facing one way and the other is facing the other. So, whatever, right? Okay. I'm not getting in between each of the little spines on the seahorse. I'm getting close to them, so it's going to give the illusion of it. On the ones a little bit farther away, I did go in to it. Because those seem more manageable for me to do, in all honesty. I need to be quiet because I can't cut at the same time. Oh, there's the train. The other night I was actually Skyping with a friend of mine and she said, or she asked if the track had been shut down. And that's I think that was an Amtrak. Yeah, that must be an Amtrak. Maybe not. My ears are so messed up right now, I can't really tell. And I said, no, why? And she said, because I haven't heard a train the whole time we've been on. And wouldn't you know, right then, train came by. So that was pretty funny. Okay. Heavy train. Because it's now wiggle. I can feel it wiggle my table, so I know it's wiggling the camera a little bit. Oh my goodness. I watched the other day, and by the other day, yesterday, I watched Night at the Roxbury. So funny. I remember when that movie first came out, it was like the most hilarious movie ever. Or at least I thought so. And now, and like, it actually wasn't that funny. Like, people thought it was, you know, kind of serious. And now it's kind of, it's a little dated, but it's still a really funny movie. I had a good time watching that. Alright. I might need some more. I can always cut another one. Hi. What do you want? She's back. Again. You're back. Again. You can't even decide if you want to be here or not be here. You make up your mind. You cannot eat that, baby. Mommy needs that. Yeah, I need that. Oh, maybe there was 3 of them back there. Maybe that's why it was so full looking. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. She's sitting behind me. And the train's gone. Yay! Okay, so there's that. Yep, that's how it was. Or something similar to that. Okay. Okay. Hi, Blakers. Okay. And I used foam tape to pop up the little seahorsey. Look at how small this roll is compared to what it used to be. I've used so much of it. I actually did order another roll, a backup roll, in case I was gonna make some shaker cards or something. I don't know. Gotta have backup. Okay. Hate this feeling in my ears. I don't know, it's like they click and they pop and they click and they pop, and it's just an uncomfortable feeling. Mostly annoying. Okay. clean that mess up in just a minute. Oh my goodness. Last Monday I had it off and I did some major cleaning around here, carpets and such. But oh my goodness, it was crazy. I vacuumed in here. It'd been a minute since I vacuumed in here. Oh my gosh, you guys. I should not have waited so long. There was a lot of pieces. Oops, what's that? It's upside down again. Dang it. I hate when I do that because I can't, they just don't look right if they're upside down. Okay. Okay, and apparently we're going to need one right there. Alright. There we go. Alright, another second page technically completed. So we now have 2 full pages completed. I'm going to stop this video right here and I'll see you guys in the next video.